I've taught for approximately 20 years, and I think that the more technology we have, I think it's just so wonderful, and I have never ever seen them so engaged. Student engagement is a perfect example of how technology has been integrated successfully and effectively in my classroom. And then they extend their learning independently through their interests.
I like doing coding because it turns my brain on. I don't know how can that happen, but I like doing that because I don't know, I feel smarter when I do that.
Well, in my college and career right now, technology is all that matters. Because right now, in the next few years, everything's going to be made out of technology. It's going to be more and more. So it's really good that we're learning about technology from right now from scratch, and it's really easy because I want to become like an engineer or something that uses technology. So it's going to be really good to be using technology from right now.
Ongoing support for teachers is extremely important. I constantly hear feedback from teachers that, they're happy to have all this technology in the classroom, but they feel like without the support of a coach that a lot of it would sit unused or, really just scratching the surface of being able to use it. So that ongoing support is really integral for teachers to learn not only how to use that technology, but how to use it in a pedagogical way in their classrooms.
The technology in my classroom has improved learning dramatically for student consumption. We can deliver it through for visual learners. It provides another avenue for our bilingual students, our ESL students, to be able to visually keep up with the class. It also engages them in a way that they understand that at the end of all of this, there's a good chance that they'll have a career that will keep them in Santa Fe and avail them with a career that will pay enough that they'll be able to live in Santa Fe comfortably.
My family is supportive of technology because they know I want to do something with technology in the future, and because they want me to succeed.
I like that students use technology in ways that are going to potentially put them above and beyond other students across the country, as far as being accepted into really good colleges, getting the jobs that they want, utilizing the skills that they learn here in Santa Fe to be competitive on a world stage.
Like being able to use technology and knowing where to find information that I need to find over the internet is really helpful when it comes to learning about different things going on in the world, so it really connects me to a more global platform.
But just to be able to have this other way to kind of synthesize what we've been learning the whole year, and that definitely prepared us for the AP exam, and it's so much more fun.
There's not a job out there in our world of career readiness and college-bound kids that aren't going to use technology day in and day out. I will tell you, if here at Gonzales School, if this vote doesn't go through, if it fails by our community, I think the students of the Santa Fe Public Schools are going to be at a great loss. This day and age, it has to go.
We get into classrooms as much as we can, and we're really starting to observe and see teachers making those changes and taking those risks and being okay and really utilizing Google Classroom, utilizing Google applications and using it to really get those standards across to our kids. And again, it just leads to higher student engagement.
It's not only important, I'd say it's imperative. I think that most of us find that we are not on top of or aware of enough the importance of our kids and being aware about the digital citizenship online social media, and I think that at some point it should extend to the parents too, because they don't know nearly enough about how to track their kids or what to be aware of.
Think about it in your mind. What do you think is safe to put online, and what should you not put online? Okay, so think about that question in the back of your mind.
Digital citizenship is very important. My DLC actually helped me have a digital citizenship parent information night a few weeks ago, and it was really great. We had people from the Attorney General's office here talking about online safety. My DLC put together a handout for parents with information on the skills that each grade level should be learning regarding digital citizenship. And so yeah, it's really important to promote that.
I think because of his support, teachers are more confident in using technology daily in their classrooms, and I think it makes the testing situations we have to do a little bit easier.
It's very helpful because when we have a problem with our Chromebook, we can bring it to him and he'll help us with it, and he'll probably fix it, and so he'll come in class and teach us about the Chromebooks. Like early in the year, he came in and taught us about how to use it properly and don't give any of our information out, and I find it very helpful in our school.
I believe that's very important for if something was not working, they could go fix it, and then they could also teach us, the digital tech team, how we can also fix it.
Our digital learning coach is of the utmost importance for us and our staff. Right now it's Kate Gomez, and she just does a wonderful job. She's constantly and consistently putting on professional development for our staff, and we're already seeing more strategies being used with technology, which in turn really engages our students.
We use it almost every day. We use it for essays, definitions when we have to use them.
we use them for almost every subject.
Very often, actually. We have all been assigned a single Chromebooks for our use of projects. We almost always use them every single day.
You should create it into two. I got this, dude. No. No, the credit. My credit. What do you think we should do?
Wow, I can only imagine. I can only imagine what we can learn in the next 5 years. There are things in this world that some of our students here on the South Side may never have the ability or the exposure to in this world. I'm hoping that the next 5 years in our digital community allows us to bring more uniqueness together to show that we're not so different from the rest of the world and that we are able to learn and be on the same learning trajectory as anybody else who may have more advantages or may have the availability of more in their world. Using a digital device, using the digital citizenship that we are given will help to bridge those gaps.
One of the projects that I found very fun using the Chromebooks was at the very beginning of the year when we started studying Egypt, doing a bunch of research on the pharaohs and goddesses and gods in Egypt and how Egypt was helpful with the Nile River and all the stories behind the pharaohs.
One project we did in the past, very recently, we had to do a number of slides on Google Slides, and we had to create a slideshow about a Egyptian pharaoh, and we also had to build the pyramid of that Egyptian pharaoh.
My name is Nevada Benton, and I work at Mandela International Magnet School, and I teach English there, language and literature. And I started the MEMST group, Mandela International Magnet School Technology and Education Club, in 2014, when there were just students who had an aptitude for the technology and the rollout of the one-to-one devices, and then pulled together students to present at the NIMTI conference down in Albuquerque that first fall of the start of the school. And so we went down and presented on Google Apps and Education, 2 presentations back to back, and then some of these students who are presenting today have presented every year since 2014. So
Alright, so you guys need help her decide which answer is correct. And you guys, if she gets it wrong, you guys can steal. So you guys should also decide.
having a device in hand is extremely powerful. We can stop, and like the other day we stopped in the middle of a discussion about what happened Sunday, again because this is a forensics class, and kids were able to stop and look up the stand your ground law like that. It makes textbooks obsolete because the level of information there, I mean, you know, it's universal, it's worldwide. It's an incredible resource. However, that's not going to fix test scores by themselves. It's useful to allow kids to do assessments in different formats, in different languages, if they're ELL, the different ways of presenting it, you know, hits for all kids with IEPs and things like that. So that much is a tool, but it still has to be blended. Still has to be blended. All the research shows that technology by itself is not the end all. It's got to be blended instruction. So.
Relationship with technology is changing, and 19 years into the profession it's still changing, which I love. Last year we created some videos, and it was an end of unit project, and I was very proud of myself. And this year I realized we need to start with that. It shouldn't be something in isolation we do at the end. It should be part of the learning process. And so we use it for a number of strategies. For example, today we are creating Spark videos, but it's to focus in on key ideas because the students are writing 2-paragraph passages about natural disasters, and they're really struggling with identifying the key ideas. And so bringing technology into this has made it fun, and it is connected to something that they know. And they can have very fluid groupings, so we can work in isolation, we can work with pairs or small groups, and change it depending on what the needs of the assignment are. So I'm learning as they're learning, but if I jump into the fear, I'm finding it is becoming an incredibly useful tool that we can use daily instead of just at the end of the unit.
As technology develops, it is our collective responsibility to ensure that our students' knowledge and skills keep pace. To that end, Santa Fe Public Schools have adopted an aggressive 5-year technology integration program called the Digital Learning Plan. The plan is designed around 3 key pillars, all funded through monies raised through an education technology note. The first involves installing and upgrading school infrastructure with state-of-the-art fiber optic and wireless technologies. Such infrastructure ensures school networks will be faster, greener, and last longer. The second pillar involves classroom technology and teacher and student devices. Classrooms will be equipped with smartboards, document cameras, desktop computers, and other necessary equipment. Teachers will have new laptops that will align with new age-appropriate devices used by students. The third pillar involves support in the form of technical and professional education and development for teachers and staff. This support will ensure that teachers can effectively use the new technology and incorporate it usefully into lessons. Additionally, we provide on-site and online learning opportunities through our Digital U program. Ultimately, the Digital Learning Plan will be transformative for our schools, but more importantly, for our students, as we equip them with the tools they need to be 21st century digital citizens. To learn more, visit the SFPS DLP Resource Center on the web.